Don Bluth's Land Before Time series gets a gritty reboot. This time with the voiceal talents of Kick-Ass Walter White, that Asian guy who's in a lot of movies but you can't really think of which one right now, and the Olsen twin that presumably isn't on drugs.
Batman Begins, Inception, anything Christopher Nolan makes. Anyways, it was Godzilla. Hello people, it's movie review time once again here in Resisting Boredom, where we drink, revel, and discuss things to help in the never-ending quest of not being bored. I'm Brandon Kaiser.
Josh Jessup.
Kate Coleman Cole.
Case Monahan.
And Brian Haas.
Today we saw Godzilla. It is directed by Gareth Edwards, not Gareth Evans. I've made that mistake. It stars Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Elizabeth Olsen, Ken Watanabe, Bryan Cranston, David Strathairn, Juliette Binoche, and Sally Hawkins. It was not a direct remake of the 1998 classic starring Matthew Broderick. This is a different take on it.
It's a remake of Godzilla 2000.
Correct, but not. Alright, let's start it off. Brian, what did you think of Godzilla?
I thought it had a pretty steady build-up from the beginning. It showed you the history behind it and kind of how the characters were interacting with it and their backgrounds. And then it kind of got to the point where the monsters were revealed, but they hadn't started fighting yet, like you know they're going to do in a Godzilla movie. And it got a little slow, and I took a little nap in the middle. So, my review, I'm missing a little bit, but I took a little nap, came back, mid-fight, it was awesome, and then it ended on a strong note. So,
Alright.
Would you say that anything of loss? Did you lose anything from this and that?
Well,
do you think?
Was it the movie's fault that you fell asleep? Clarify that first.
it was a little bit the movie, it was partially, I got like 6 hours of sleep last night, so it wasn't, like 1 hour. So I was just a little sleepy in the movie, dark theater, not much was going on. It kind of
Recliner seats?
Yeah, it was comfortable.
I said this when we sat in them, that this is just going to promote sleeping in the theaters.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I'm kind of interested in going back and trying to see what I missed, to see if that was a good place to take a nap,
I think it was.
Well, Godzilla did challenge him to a dance-off.
Oh,
Yeah, you missed that. You missed the dance-off.
It was pretty
Monster
rough.
dance-off.
Well, I'll have to figure
I
this
thought
out.
it was really oddly paced in the movie. I'll get to that in my review, though.
Alright. Yeah, I'm ready to throw whoever's next.
Who's next? Me?
You. Yes.
Oh. Yeah. Hi. So, That was a weird laugh.
That was funny. Shut up. Fucking read your fucking review.
Alright, I will then. So, in my opinion, this is kind of what more studios should do. They should take a struggling franchise that either hasn't been around for a while or has been a failure for the most part in recent memory, and give it to an indie director that, maybe doesn't have a big name value, but the little things he's done have been very impressive. You give it to him, you let him do what he wants, and chances are they'll surprise you with some interesting ideas and some cool stuff. I think that's what we got here. I think it was a spectacle movie, it was an event movie, it was one of those things, your Independence Days, those types of things, lots of destruction, things like that. But I also liked that this wasn't so much of a dumbed down movie in that sense. It wasn't, it didn't have the audience's stupid mentality going into it, and I appreciated that. Is this movie ridiculous? Yeah, kind of. But it's a Godzilla movie, so if you're thinking this is going to make 100% sense, everything is going to, be completely realistic, then you're wrong. So, sorry to break it to you. But there's a lot of interesting, clever ideas to go with stuff. I thought everything was shot well, the acting was solid. I really liked this movie. It wasn't your typical summer blockbuster, but it had a lot of those elements, and I liked it a lot. So, who's next? Kit, what did you think?
I like the acting. Like the choices for all the actors. I enjoyed the characters. They're great. But that's not why I want to go see this movie. I want to go see this movie because I want to see monsters just fucking beat whale on the shit out of each other. And every time a battle was about to start, it just cut away. And that just... It was blue balls, yeah.
I disagree with
No, just let me like it just. We'll get to this in a big discussion, but just like in general, it was just. It didn't do it for me. There was a main battle at the end that that's what I was waiting for. That's it. But it just was. I enjoyed the whole story of it. I enjoyed the dialogue between characters. It was good, but it just wasn't what I wanted. Like this would be good for any other movie, but Godzilla movie, I was expecting more monster battles. That's just not what I got.
Okay.
So, Josh.
Yes, that's me. Well, I saw it. I really didn't know what I was getting out of this one. I didn't know Gareth
Edwards.
Gareth Edwards.
He did Monsters. It's on Netflix if you want to check it out.
Yeah, I didn't know his style. But like after seeing like Cloverfield, the other Godzilla movies, I don't know. I wasn't really big on this, but I went for the crayon factor. Look at everyone.
There were crayons in this movie?
Everyone loves Bryan Cranston right now. Like, and it's main reason I wanted to see this in the theater was just because also I figured it was going to be a spectacle movie, like Casey didn't mention yet. But
like I said.
Someone mentioned it. And it is. This is totally a movie that I would only want to see in a theater. Which you brought up Independence Day, and it depends. It is kind of like that, but I can watch Independence Day on my TV and still enjoy it.
Yeah.
This movie, I think it would lose a lot without the big screen, like all the like sound.
You need the sound.
You need the whole experience of
Or
this
actually
movie.
Gives you more of a
So
presence.
surround sound.
It's a little bit more
than your average home
Not
sound.
the
Yeah.
Atmos sound that the theaters have now.
Look, 7.1 can be pretty good.
I felt the ground shake a little bit.
Yeah, no,
it
but-
gave me more of a
It's
presence.
like the whole big screen, the whole like loud sound.
Okay.
You need this to I think to really appreciate. It's the same thing with Pacific Rim, which I didn't see in the theater, but you guys. But like I didn't enjoy it nearly as much as you guys did, and I think part of that was because I watched it on a screen.
TV.
To be fair, you would
Sorry.
never enjoy Pacific Rim as much as I did.
I would never ever take that from it. And you said I'll get to your point that the dumbing down, which I think kind of goes to your point of why you fell asleep. They didn't dumb it down, but they also didn't hurry it up. And I think that was kind of the pacing issue. Was they didn't try to like.
I
dumb it down.
appreciated the pacing because of that. So.
It's got its ups and downs, but it really did seem at parts to just kind of drag along stuff. Like I like that they explained everything, but at some points it was kind of like get to it.
I can see that viewpoint.
Yeah, and the whole who cares about the acting? Really, nobody cared about the acting. I don't
Really?
think
I thought it was pretty solid.
it was solid, but I don't
Even
think.
Cranston was good.
Oh no, yeah, everyone was good.
Cranston was a powerhouse while it was there.
But I think really, while the acting was okay. I wouldn't write home to it. Everyone would be like, "Yeah, it was in Godzilla. That was a good movie. There was a lot of monster fighting, except there wasn't a lot of monster fighting, which is an issue. I agree with Kid on that one. Is like in the blue ball and stuff. Really, until the end when they actually did finally like throw down and do it. Because up until that point, after like the fourth or fifth time they showed a monster like they're about to fight, and then it was just like a way to pan to another scene.
Yeah.
I was like, you fucker. And I honestly
I thought it was awesome.
I thought they were going to, after like the fourth time, I thought that's all they were going to do, is they were never going to really show the fight. I was really glad that they showed like the ending stuff, but after the fourth time they did that, I'm like, tell me they didn't just make like this Godzilla movie where there isn't actually any Godzilla fighting going on.
I thought that was a cool
It's just like a
and-
disaster thing with everyone reacting.
I thought-
You liked Cloverfield.
I thought it was a cool and risky decision for the movie, and
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
definitely
it was-
risky.
Very risky.
Because if I had watched
Especially since that's what they were presenting to people.
if I had walked out of the theater of a Godzilla movie and not seen Godzilla throw down
Look.
some motherfuckers.
All the trailers I've seen, I never saw two monsters fighting each other.
Because I thought they were saving that for the theater.
To be fair, there was an online
Why give it away for free?
I can't remember which one it was, but there was more Godzilla in advertisements, like with that fucking car that it tries to eat, than in any of the trailers.
Okay, so Josh, you were saying let's.
Yeah. Just to wrap it up, it was a good movie. It's a spectacle movie. I'd say see it in the theaters, but I mean, you can really nitpick the shit out of this movie. There's a lot of weird choices that are made by characters, weird things in general. Just like I could sit there with like a book and probably like point out a bunch of weird shit that happens in this movie. But really, all you're seeing is to see monster fights and Godzilla and stuff like that, and it satisfies that.
All right, Casey.
Alright. I came to see Godzilla, and there was not nearly enough Godzilla. Every time Godzilla was on screen, he did look pretty badass, except for when he was napping. But I came to see a monster fighting movie, and there was a bunch of shit with people just going, "Oh, there goes a giant fucking monster," rather than the fight.
They focused a lot on the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he was trying to take the angle of what happens while these giant monsters are going around, which nobody gives a shit. Nobody fucking cares.
It's a choice they haven't made in the movies since they started remaking Godzilla.
Yeah.
Like the old Godzilla movies, there were people there, they'd be like, oh shit, monsters are fighting, I need to see this.
But then there'd be a monster fight. If they had oh shit, there's Godzilla, and then it cut to the monster fight, and then it came back to, wow, I'm glad we escaped. That would be one thing, but not, holy shit, look at that fight.
That's real. Oh my, he suplexed that motherfucker.
Oh, look at that!
It's great to have it on screen. It's like now that we have all this special effects budgets, it's more about like, oh, the devastation that's caused and less about the actual fight.
Yeah. Also, the children were terrible in this movie.
Oh, they always are.
There's barely children in
The,
this
the
movie.
three children
I say
were
terrible.
terrible. Just all three of them. They didn't do anything. They might as well have just been dogs, because at least then people would have liked them.
There was a scene with a dog.
I know, and that was
Concerned. That was the only time.
I was more concerned about that one dog than any of the three kids put together.
coming. That dog is gonna.
No, he's tied up. No. Okay, he broke it. Good.
No, you
go
felt the
dog.
same
Go.
way. Yeah. All right.
All right, so that was the gist of our individual thoughts. Now we'll open up to a little bit of discussion on a couple of those topics. So the first thing that I heard a lot in these reviewing was there was not enough monster fighting.
Yeah.
All right. What you guys were saying was that you went to go see monsters fight. You didn't see enough of monsters fighting. There were complaints about as soon as they were about to fight, you'd cut away or whatever, and all that kind of stuff.
Like, I understand the first time, because it was the bug thing goes, oh shit, what's going on? And Godzilla goes, I'm fighting Godzilla. And the bug thing goes, oh shit, I better leave. So the first time, that makes sense. But then, like, all through the city, it's, oh, holy shit, it's a giant monster. How does the person react? Oh, the monster's gone. How does the person feel now?
I was just frightened when the monster emerged from the cocoon because I was like, oh shit, that's not Cloverfield, is it?
Yeah.
I got frightened for a
the legs
second.
told you.
The legs scared
The
me.
legs scared the shit out of me.
All right. What you guys were talking about, where they cut away, I thought it was a really cool perspective of the monster fighting. All right, it wasn't just landscape shot, two monsters fighting each other like old classic Godzilla. It was, let's see this from a ground level. Let's put you into the city,
But we're
into
not-
this point, and let's put it back there. Maybe there's some stuff going on. Maybe it's just people reacting. But we're giving you that perspective. That's how I saw it. I didn't see it as, oh, you're just not showing us the fighting. I saw it as you're showing us a different approach to seeing the fighting.
People
Not
running away from the crashing feet of the monsters?
Yeah.
There were some scenes of that.
Yeah, I
Or-
didn't like that though. That,
But the thing is,
I get it.
it is pulling
I
us
get it.
out of the fighting.
It's artistic and different,
You-
but
yeah,
we
you
want
wanna
to see
root-
monsters punch face.
But nobody went to a Godzilla
Be-
movie to see something artistic. Or
Yeah.
Well,
different.
then you should have
because Godzilla's a franchise, you're obviously
Okay.
like just rooting for Godzilla.
It was a spectacle
All right.
movie, but there wasn't enough spectacle in it for
I
me.
disagree with that. But also, you didn't like Pacific Rim, though. Pacific Rim does a lot more of what you guys are just saying you wanted this movie to do.
And that was the
But
best
you're
parts of
arguing with
Pacific
them,
Rim.
but you didn't like Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm
Hold on.
confused about that.
No,
that's all.
I didn't hate Pacific Rim. I didn't think it was nearly as great as you guys did.
Okay.
But it did certainly have more robot fight monster stuff, which
It's
was
the main
awesome.
draw.
Which was
Yeah.
awesome. The main
It was
draw. It certainly had a shit ton more of that.
I
going on.
guess I'm surprised that you guys thought going into this movie, I just want to watch some monsters fight, because none of the trailers, in my opinion, showed that, and a lot of the trailers focused on the loss and family aspect, the people aspect. A lot of the trailers were focused on that. They would show Godzilla, yes, but that's because the movie's called Godzilla. If you didn't show that, people would question, why did you call this movie Godzilla?
I thought they were playing the trailers smart and not actually showing the monster fighting in the trailers. I thought they
And they
wanted
did
you
for the most
to
part.
see it, oh, Godzilla's in this Godzilla movie, and here's the actors that we actually have in the movie, and here's a little bit of the action. They never even showed Godzilla's face or anything above his torso in the trailers that much,
Oh, yeah,
if
they
at
did,
all.
but
And it was pretty much like, okay, they're saving this shit. They want you to come to the movie to see all the good shit we got.
You don't give out the goods for free.
But
Can I play devil's advocate to what you just
I guess
said?
they kind of did. But still.
Can I play devil's advocate to what you just said? Then I guess the trailers did their job. It's the point of the trailer. So if it got you to go see the movie, then
because I thought they were holding the good shit back. Because I thought they were
I'm just saying,
holding the good shit back. And
I'm just saying, you
kind of were.
You might dislike the trailers.
but there wasn't enough good shit.
Yeah, there wasn't enough good shit. I thought they were holding more back than they were.
Okay, so you were assuming things about the movie that you didn't know were true.
I knew
Fine.
a Godzilla movie.
Fine.
What?
That's fine.
Kit makes a
but-
good point. This wouldn't have worked for a new franchise.
Yeah.
The only reason they got people to go in to see this with like their half-truth
I disagree.
trailers,
Look at the Cloverfield trailer. A
But-
lot of people saw Cloverfield.
and a lot of people
That
were
was
disappointed.
Because they wanted to see the
I
monster.
wasn't one of them,
But a lot of people were.
I agree. A lot of people were.
Which is saying, like, nobody would have fallen for this trick again if it didn't have the name of Godzilla behind it.
I'm not so sure about
People
that.
thought they wouldn't
And
pull
we
this
don't
shit
know-
with
wait,
Godzilla.
wait. We don't know how good the movie did. Also, I mean, the movie just came out.
No, I know how good the movie did with me.
I know how good it,
I'm just saying in terms of money.
I know how good it did in its first week compared to other movies. Or at least not its first week, but its opening night. Like an opening
It
night.
did a
it's
good
done.
opening night.
Yeah, yeah.
It
I heard
did
that.
damn well on its opening night.
I'll tell you what, here. My favorite character in the movie? Ken Watanabe. You know why? Because he kept on saying the shit I wanted. Like, just let him fight. Let him fucking go at it. Let him fucking kick ass.
What a
with each
waste
other.
of a character.
That's what I want.
Wasn't Navi.
This guy
literally was just there to go, Godzilla, they must fight. Like that was his entire role in the movie.
Ken Watanabe
Oh, they're
got
super
that
powerful.
shit. He's
They can only
Japanese
fight
and he
each
do
other.
that shit.
Yeah, they're
Like,
super
like a-
powerful. They can only fight each other.
I almost-
Let them fight.
I almost think that was a discussion with him and like the fucking
All right.
director. Like, look, they should just let him fight. I was like, oh, use that.
Okay.
Use that.
All right. So
That's
yeah, I
a
get it. So I understood that complaint. When this movie was done, I knew this was going to be a complaint. I could see it. I didn't necessarily agree with it, but I could see that this could be people's opinions of the movie, right? I see this and why you guys said it. The other thing that we kind of have brought up in talking about this movie is the whole family dynamic, right? It's a lot of, fathers and sons and wives and, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to let someone else open this up because I didn't have as much of a problem with it, I guess, as some other people. So,
All right.
explain what the problem is with the family dynamic of Godzilla.
The what the hell is the family name?
What are you pointing at?
The bug on the
I don't know.
What bug?
You were like Godzilla to that bug.
There was, and there was more fighting there than there was in the movie.
That's
At least somebody noticed it. Just squash it.
okay. So you're saying
They only
I don't
cared
know
about
the
their
family
significant others. Bryan
Okay.
Cranston was very emotional that he lost his
his wife?
wife.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Also, spoiler: he doesn't actually talk to his son while he's a child the whole time.
Okay.
It's a short scene.
I'll let you finish.
He loved his son, I could tell. He felt remorse.
Whatever.
Oh,
Sure. If that's what you got out of it. And then once he's a man, it's just, come with me on this thing so I can prove myself right.
I disagree with that also. But
And
okay.
then he only really cared about
Disagree
his wife. The son only cared about his wife. He has one establishing scene where it's, here's all of the evidence you need that he likes his son. And then that's the last time he actually says anything to the child.
I think there's maybe a line at the very end. I can't remember.
No.
Okay, so let's.
Nope, the
let's
entire time.
He
has to-
Sorry, he says his name as the kid runs off
Okay, so
to the
to the wife.
all right, so okay, let's stop there for now in the
Alright.
Bryan Cranston, Aaron Taylor Johnson dynamic or whatever. You said he loses his wife, and he doesn't care about his son. I disagree with that. Yes, he loses his wife, and yes, that's devastating to him. But the thing was, he got wrapped up in really unsolving this mystery, like letting people know what happened there, because he needed to prove to people that
Make
his wife
closure.
didn't just die for an accident, for some thing that was beyond his control.
Yeah.
He got obsessed in it. That is why he could be seen as neglecting his child, and in some ways, yes, he was. However, there's a couple
stop you
moments.
there.
Wait, let me finish. I let him finish. So
You said stuff in between it,
you
but-
said when he goes to get him, there isn't any recognition that, oh, son, I missed you or whatever. But there is that look through the window that they both share that was very heartfelt.
It was
that.
not.
I'll agree
It
with
wasn't shared because it only was. It
Second.
was by where the son was, and Bryan
But it
Cranston
proves
saw
he
that he
cared.
was there.
It
I'll
proves
still
he
agree with
cared.
that.
Second thing, there's
I think
I
you read way
read-
too much into
yeah.
that.
but okay, flat out in the movie. This is not hidden in the movie.
Yeah.
There's also the scene when he looks up and sees the Happy Birthday Dad sign, which to him was realization that maybe I have neglected my son too much. It was his realization of this.
But he didn't act on
right.
it at all.
So what you just said, though, the movie understands that he did this. It was part of his character that that's how it went, and he realizes it in that moment.
But without any action on his part, it doesn't matter.
He never gets a chance.
Yeah, he never gets.
But we also hear in the line that he hasn't seen his dad in like, what was it, 2 or 4 years from like when he
Okay,
goes to see him
sure.
again? Like it's not like they're a big part of each other's
We
lives.
also don't know how long he was serving in the military.
14
He could have been
months.
gone, you know, for a while.
We know 14 months
Was
at
it
that
14
point.
months?
Well, there's the 14 months that he's been gone for that.
Okay.
thing. But that could have just been like a training.
Yeah,
thing or
that
whatever.
could have been his diploma.
Because I mean, he was
Well, we don't know.
He was a lieutenant, which means he had to be at least.
Look, that would have avoided some
Doing
monster
something.
stuff, which you guys wanted in this movie. So they're not going to explain all that stuff. Okay, so. All right, so that was for this part of it. That was what I had to say. So now
we need like hard
try
evidence.
to tear me apart, I guess.
But we need like really super hard evidence. You got all this substantial stuff, and you're like, but
hard evidence.
Well-
I was just explaining to you guys.
I was
why
actually
felt
fine
that.
with some of what Brian said about the father.
No, Cranston, you know what? Fine. Cranston's
relationship with the son. The whole thing with him, like with sorry, not Cranston, but his,
Okay, so we're
like,
moving on now to the next.
Lieutenant Brody and his
okay.
son. I kind of just went with like he just figured the son was safe. And honestly, I'm fine with that because I fucking hate kids in movies.
Yeah.
They're annoying.
I
these
agree.
kids.
They're
These
annoying.
kids
You
are
know why?
terrible.
I'm like, oh god, they have the kid on the fucking
They
bridge.
took the
and
kid out of it.
Godzilla's coming, and
They took the kid out of it, which was a
just,
smart move.
Well, I don't want this scene.
But the way they
because
took it out of it
I
was-
know the kid's not gonna fucking die,
Yeah.
but they're making
Well,
you think that he's
I
in
wasn't
danger,
sold of that.
and I don't care.
Yeah, there's no way they were going to
It's like he's gonna be safe. I don't give a shit. I'm more careful. I care more about the wife because then it'll be at the end. Oh, he's a single dad now. Who has to take care of his son or some shit? Because the kid's not gonna fucking die. I know they won't do that for the fucking movie.
Okay.
It's just
Okay, so what was the problem with that other father, the next generation of father and son?
Well, like he said, it was
neglection.
they had that one scene where he actually was like, "I'm a good dad," and then he
Yeah.
fucks on off to the stuff. He doesn't tell the kid or anything because
Well-
like they had that moment like, "You're gonna be here
in the morning.
when I wake up."
He went to bail his father out of jail.
Yeah, but
In Japan.
It's in Japan. You're not going to find a flight in like 2 hours anyways.
Apparently he did.
Right.
Yeah.
B, the kid had just gone to sleep. Like, okay, maybe a wine glass worth of...
Hey kid, wake up. I'm
yeah.
going to Japan to
I gotta go save your grandfather,
Jail.
whatever.
You know, I'll
Yeah.
bring you back a fucking pagoda.
Because after that kid like gives you the doe eyes and is like, "You're gonna be here when I wake up. It's been 14 months. You're gonna be my daddy again." And he's like, "Yeah, we'll be." He said he's
Did
gonna
you not
steal
get
away the
abandoned?
little
Like your father did,
Foreshadowing, though.
right?
That was foreshadowing of
and he just
Of
lies.
him abandoning
shit
his
goes
child?
down. No, shit goes down. He has to go elsewhere.
Yeah.
That's
I knew that was going to happen.
Unrealistic
It's like, he'll be here in the morning, and so like something tells me he's not.
Yeah, he's not going to be there in the morning.
But he still could have taken 10 fucking minutes to talk to his kid.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Kid's
see
older.
that 10
Hold on.
minutes on camera?
They
How
didn't
do you
even
know he
need
didn't?
They didn't
To
even
make
need
it-
10 minutes.
well, no, here's
hold on. Half the time that he talked to his wife about and have that thing of,
Yes.
he's your father, he's part of a family, I have to do this.
Okay.
Cut that in half, go talk to the kid and say, I have to bail your grandfather out because I don't agree with his decisions, but he's still family and I still love him. And then bam, you get both fucking story points, and he actually talks to his fucking kid.
what I think they're going like. It seemed like he was trying to be not like his dad was to him, but without having that extra scene of him talking to his son, it makes him seem exactly like his dad did to him.
Okay.
I think they needed that bridge scene, even if it was like
they're trying to do that. It's an ironic.
Yeah, I don't see that as a misstep.
I never got
But-
to that.
Well, I'm not saying it's a misstep, but it also makes him a shitty father.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Or not
shitty is a
shitty,
strong word.
unwise.
Yeah.
Was he a perfect father? No, but
But he definitely got wrapped up in the same business that his dad did, which is a
Yeah.
parallel. But I think it's like it seems like an unintended.
I don't think that's true. He didn't get obsessed with some scientific
didn't-
mystery. He
He didn't get upset with
He
science.
got obsessed with
loves him
trying to get
fucking
home.
bad.
It was like, are you going back
But
to the
trying,
States?
but also
Yeah.
doing all of these.
His
Could
way,
have tried harder and gone, all right, military's doing this. I'm going to do something.
his way of getting home was taking military missions to chase the
That's
monsters.
the only way you get home. Like,
Yeah.
It was like, oh, well,
It's very great that those monsters were heading right
Well,
to
no,
where he lived.
Oh, I'm just saying he wasn't going to be able to get into the city any other way because it was going to be locked down because of the shit. that
Yeah,
was
could
happening.
you? All right, Godzilla saying, okay, the son, like Lieutenant Brody, like I didn't feel he'd abandoned his family as much as you guys think he did, because the entire time he spent trying to get back to San Francisco any way he could. Of course,
Whether it be dangerous military missions.
Everyone's trying to get back to
dangerous
Except for
military
the train, where he's like, "That's bomb on a train." I like
No,
bombs.
that was
No.
that
It was
was
like-
he was the only one
that was the
left with that
leverage.
specialty that could do anything to
That
help
was the
them.
leverage.
And
I know stuff like-
also,
the only one.
wait, the bomb was going to
He
where his family was.
Whoa. He's like, look,
he told him not
I'm
to
a bomb
leave.
expert. You guys are delivering a bomb to San Francisco. I know about bombs. Like, we good.
And I
You
need
guys
to go
know
to
about
San
bombs?
Francisco.
Like, when was the last time you touched a bomb? I touch bombs
Yeah.
all the fucking time. Put me on that fucking train to
They
my
explained why he
family,
jumped on.
and I'll tell you what, I'll get that shit done, no fucking problem,
Well, that's
and I
fine
will
if you
get
don't buy
back
it.
home at the same time. 2 birds, 1 stone. That's the entire
guys
thing.
that
You're taking this nuclear bomb to my hometown where my wife and kids are? I'm going with you.
They
I'll
did
take
it.
the train.
I'll
and
light that
jump
bomb off in
and
my
grab the
hometown.
kid.
Because that was the quickest way to his family.
Yeah,
you saw.
But he
Also-
also the bomb. He should have
Look.
been out of there and with his family.
It was a way to get him to
But
San
they didn't get the
Francisco.
bomb to San Francisco.
What do you expect me to say?
It was
Guys,
a way
there's,
to
there's
get
a West
him-
Hospital right there. Can you guys drop me off there?
It was
No,
a way to
do
get
that.
him to San Francisco, or at least going to San Francisco,
Yeah.
and it was a way to have another set piece moment, which you guys complained there wasn't enough of in this movie. So it was some action spectacle.
not-
But no,
That's
there was
it.
enough. There was enough seeing the monsters. There was not enough seeing the monsters hit each other.
I'll agree with that. But I'm just saying, this part.
Do you guys just want some cheesy ass 2 monsters just punching each other?
Yes, yes.
You mean a Godzilla?
You know they,
movie?
you know they gave a nod to it at the end. The king of all monsters.
God, yes.
Did
They
you
said
miss that?
shit to him.
That's not what I wanted, and that's not what I got here.
Fuck
so
you, then.
Well, that's why you like
That's what I
Cloverfield
want.
and you don't like Godzilla movies.
They acknowledge he's the fucking king of all monsters.
Yeah, hold on.
They know he exists. They'll be keeping tabs
Hold
on
on,
him.
I didn't read this all wrong. I thought you understood that when we said like action shit, we meant like monster punch and not
I
just guys shooting shit at monsters and stuff happening.
He's been
Oh,
around
monsters
since the
around.
50s at least.
Hang on. I wasn't
It's a
looking
6-year
forward. I wasn't
anniversary. Yeah.
okay. I wasn't looking forward to this movie to see monsters fighting. I was looking forward to this movie to see some interesting takes on a monster invasion attack sort of movie thing, and that's what I largely got.
I hate you.
Different expectations. I guess that's the problem here. I have different expectations than you guys.
I liked the monsters
Whoa, how come
themselves.
your expectations are higher because we just want a monster
I
fight?
said different.
Yeah, you said different.
I've seen plenty of monsters.
otherwise.
I saw
You're adding-
King Kong
I didn't
versus
say that.
Godzilla, and it was fucking amazing. I don't care what anybody says. That was tits, and it was ridiculous. I love that movie because it was
What
stupidly
movie?
ridiculous. King Kong versus Godzilla.
Okay,
that was
yeah, I can
stupidly
think of it.
ridiculous, and I loved every second of it. King Kong, after like doing something, got really fucking drunk off of some tribal wine, and they shipped him back to the States to fight Godzilla, or whatever the fuck they shipped him to. I can't remember.
All right.
All right, let's get to ratings,
back on
guys.
topic.
We've been arguing and
God
talking
damn it.
for a while now about Godzilla. So ratings. This week's rating system is going to be Matthew Broderick's in honor of the 1998 Godzilla. And yeah, so how many Matthew Brodericks are you guys giving this movie? Should we start down the line or?
I'll start.
Okay, Casey, how many Matthew Brodericks are you giving Godzilla?
I'll give it 3.5 Matthew Brodericks out of 5.
Whoa. 3.5 Matthew Broderick's out of 5?
3.5 Matthew Brodericks out of 5.
Oof. Alright.
All right, Brian, what you got?
My official rating is incomplete.
Yeah, I guess.
But if I had to go off of what I've seen, I'll go 2.
Ooh, 2 out of
Ouch.
5, huh?
2 out of 5.
And now's when we find out that I am vastly different in movie opinions than
How
everyone
many
else.
Matthew Broderick's
It's not
are you?
surprising.
I'm giving this movie 4.5 Matthew
Whoa!
Broderick out
The
of 5.
highest
higher than I
rated
expected.
summer movie for you.
Well, yeah, because I thought it was better than Spider-Man. So,
Not your head.
all right, Josh, what did you think?
Well, wasn't better than Spider-Man in my opinion, and I give it a solid 3 Matthew Broderick's out of 5.
All right, Kit, close us out. How many Matthew Brodericks?
Well, this wasn't what I expected. So I'm giving it a 2.5 Matthew Brodericks out of 5. Because I expected more of a Godzilla movie.
A little mixed
Alright.
result here on Resisting Boredom.
That's right. So I guess in general, we had mixed opinions. Whether you think you'll like this movie or not, I guess you're going to have to take what we said into account. I guess you're going to have to look at... What are you looking for, basically? Are you looking for two monsters punching each other? You probably won't get enough of that here in what you want, but if you're looking for...
when it happens, it was awesome.
If you're looking for Cloverfield with Godzilla.
No, it's not that. If you're looking for a different take on a summer blockbuster, then this could be up your alley. So...
It's up a lot of people's alleys right now. It's doing well.
I'm done arguing at this point. So anyways, that means this is it for our movie review. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe, and you can comment if you want. Did you like it? Did you not like it? We were torn. So what did you think?
Ooh, Natalie Imbruglia.
Okay, yes, torn by Natalie Imbruglia. So, I guess if this helped you...
This is how I feel. You're singing the wrong lyrics.
Yeah, I don't think you guys...
Alright, let's just close
So
this up.
anyways, hope this helped you, and if it didn't, then find your own ways of resisting boredom.
Stupid!
What did those freckles do anyway?
They sit there on my skin.
Yeah,
Like,
what
what causes them?
Pete's stolen a soul.
Oh.
Genetic code.
Oh, I know, but I mean, like,
What?
is that the sunlight cause those, or?
No, you're born with them, you idiot.
It's like it can make
That's-
it more prominent.
Yeah, sure, they can do that.
I just want to know what was specific about it. Like, underneath the beard. I haven't
Oh
seen
great,
cases
now
of
kid's gonna
beard.
try to grow freckles.
No, I haven't seen cases. I got freckles.
Maybe more successful than his beard.
Yeah, maybe.
Got freckles somewhere. You should be in my bedroom while I'm sleeping. It gets worse.
No thank you. I think I'll pass on that invitation.
Kind of loud, too, though. I snore.
So it comes out both ends?
Wakes me up.
Before you go.